Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and just checking. Oh, good, it's going. I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and I'm here tonight to do my last unboxing of the year. KnitPicks keeps having some great sales, so I've been ordering more yarn so that way I can make awesome videos for you guys next year, and still some this year. Actually, this week is going to be amazing. Starting tomorrow, I will have at least one, if not more, new videos coming out every day. And they are all going to be around a sock blank theme. So this sock blank special is going to be awesome. Tomorrow I will go live and dye some sock blanks live. And the Dye Pot Weekly episode also features a sock blank. And then later in the week, I will unravel one of the dyed sock blanks live so I can chat with you guys. So I hope that, we'll have a lot of fun. But I have to make the plug that KnitPicks bare yarns are 20% off this month. The individual skeins of bare yarn. And so, if this is a good time to pick some up to dye along with me, if not by the end of this year, the next year, if you spend, you could still get yarn in time for the sock blank special, because if you spend over $75, you can get free shipping, which is kind of free 2-day shipping. So you can get yarn really, really fast. Hi, everyone. And so it's really, really great to take advantage of these opportunities. And also, you can pick up a skein of bare yarn and it's a little cheaper than if you were to use the bulk yarn discount. And so I might need to place another order because I could get stroll fingering for a lot cheaper than normal because it came back in stock. I don't know if it's still in stock, but it was in stock yesterday. But unfortunately, the 20% off bare yarns doesn't stack with the bulk discount, but beggars can't be choosers. It was they knew that they needed to make me place one more yarn order of the year. 7 sock blanks? That's awesome. Okay, but first, we've got this mini package. And, it's a little unicorn. I have this pin. Okay, this makes me excited. And there's a wish list. Maybe I should have used this before the shopping. I haven't gotten anything ChemKnits related as a gift yet. Oh, that's not true. My friend gave me a Star Wars crochet kit last night, and so that's pretty awesome. I'm excited. But yeah, this was what's in here. If you remember from my last unboxing, I was short, one skein of bare imagination fingering yarn. And so I called KnitPicks, and I think I was on the phone about 3 minutes or something ridiculously short before they're like, okay, well, what was missing? And they sent out the package. And since I knew it was in there, I hadn't opened it yet. All right. But then they had another, I think it was $20 off a $100 purchase sale. So I was like, I should get more. And I do have some, I placed huge orders right after the Kickstarter campaign ended, and there weren't any other sales going on. And so I think I'm participating in these to help me feel a bit better. One of these new yarn bases will make an appearance before the end of 2017 in a bonus video. But once I finish filming all of the Kickstarter sponsored videos, which use either Stroll, Wool of the Andes, or Roving, or sock blanks, then after that I will start mixing up the bases of the yarns a bit more on our live streams. Yeah, I keep checking, and it was February? I have plenty, okay. Put the box down. The first, and I honestly can't remember how many of what I ordered. But I have 2 sock blanks for myself. I believe, with the exception of tomorrow, at least, I don't know if I'm going to do 1 blank in the live stream or 2. I haven't quite decided. But one of them I don't get to keep. One of them is for a Kickstarter backer, but I might do a second one. And so, yeah, the fun thing is that I gave the backers options about whether I would unravel the dyed blanks or not. And a lot of them chose for me to send them the intact blank so they can, maybe knit 2 at a time socks or something, or unravel it themselves, which is great. It saves me time, but I really want to unravel some of these because just wait until you see the episode tomorrow, because that yarn is one of my favorite yarns. But anyway, 20% off for the sock blanks. I had to grab a couple. All right. And then I think some of these, okay. So this is hawthorn fingering. And I don't, it's funny, it's like it looks like it's maybe a 2-ply, but the twist is pretty tight. It has some like nice spring to it. So this one is 80% superwash fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide. So I'm not quite sure where that comes. I'm not sure how that will dye, but yeah, I'm excited to give it a shot. I don't think I'm trying to remember if I have any that has undyed. I don't know. I have not knit much for myself lately, unfortunately. All right, but so now, and again, I will probably butcher this, but I did decide to pick up some Bare Felici yarn in fingering weight. Oh, it's the same thing as nylon? Okay. I would have looked that up before I did a video with it, but I was like, I don't remember. So maybe it's just a particular type of nylon. So that should actually dye really nicely. But with Stroll fingering out of stock almost constantly, I was like, all right, this has the exact same fiber content as Stroll. I think that but it is technically a slightly different base. It could be the ply, but I'm excited to do a side-by-side Stroll and Felici. I should look up. Someone told me and then I can't remember which way. But I'm excited. I got some in worsted weight, and then, with the sale, I decided that was a good time to pick some up. Uh-oh. Okay. And now as a little break from the Bare yarns. Oh, okay. I freaked out for a second. I have some Swish worsted in sugar plum and black, which is for a project of a friend of mine. Oh, I love Stroll Glimmer, the little like sparkles of Stellina in there. I've dyed it a couple times on the channel, and sometimes there was, I think last year in the big sale or 2 years ago, Stroll Glimmer was really, really cheap. They like really discounted it, so I picked up a bunch. And then there was a point where I didn't have Stroll fingering around, so I used the Glimmer because that's what I had. But so this is the little pop of color in this box right here. And then speaking of Swish worsted, 2, 3, I don't remember. Maybe 3 is it, or did I get... Okay, I got 4. I got 4 skeins. Personally, I love Swish myself. I find that it's a very cozy yarn. It's what I used when I made a sweater for myself. It washes really, really well. And so I thought it would be fun to dye more with it. I did get a request to do a video on dyeing enough yarn for a sweater. And, I need to think about how to make that happen, because I think one of the important tests would actually be knitting a sweater. And I don't have a sweater planned that would be a solid color in the future. I wanted to design vests for actually all 4 of my boys, the dog included, and that didn't end up happening this year. And so maybe next year they will all get their matching, probably penguin, dinosaur, holiday vests. But yeah, maybe some type of collaboration or something with someone. We could do dyeing more quantities. The most I've dyed on the channel at one time is 400 grams. Have I tried the flax sweater from Ravelry? Is that a pattern? I have not tried that. I've made 2 sweaters for myself. Yeah, I made Keith a sweater once, and I forget the name of the pattern. I've made a couple sweaters and vests for the kids. One of them that I made was like a short sleeve sweater that was really fun, and since it was top down, I could keep trying it on and got the length right. And then I did the Shalom cardigan, which is I did that for a maternity picture. Hi guys. Yeah, I actually have like a Fair Isle sweater kit that I've been intending to do for a while. Well, I bought the whole kit, so it had all the palette yarn and all the 20 colors or something that I needed for the sweater. Maybe on one of my next live streams, I'll bring that down to show you guys the kit. But since I bought it before I knew I was going to have kids, and so I was like, I don't want to spend hundreds of hours making this gorgeous sweater to then have my body change and not be able to wear it. So I'm waiting for but that is big on my to-do list. But I'm excited to play around with some more Swish. Yeah, and I need to figure out, I guess one of the things by trying all these different bare yarns is like right now, my staples are the bare wool of the Andes worsted, the non-superwash one, and Stroll. And so I want to see if, maybe I'll transition or decide what my favorites are for going forward. And cost is certainly a factor. The wool of the Andes is one of the most cost-effective yarns, bare yarns that you can buy, and I also use it a lot. Like if you look through a lot of my knitting projects on Ravelry and stuff, I use it. I think that if I had had more access to, it's very, very similar to Cascade 220. And yeah, it's just the wool of the Andes is like my workhorse. Like I want to do something. It's my like staple, I guess every yarn, I don't know. So I use that all the time, but I like Swish. All right, I decided to pick up another skein of Big O because I haven't decided what I want to do with it. This one is 50% merino, 50% nylon. And I believe I have another skein, but yeah, I'm excited to play with dyeing something that's this chunky, but also is, I think it's just 2-ply. Yeah, it's a 2-ply. I'm excited to dye something, this chunky, because I've done wool of the Andes bulky, and I dyed Tough Puff, which was a single ply, super bulky yarn to make a hat. But yeah, I thought that this one would be pretty fun, because at one point I asked what other weights and stuff you guys would want to see, and so I'm trying to mix things up. Ooh. And I picked up one more skein of gloss fingering. This one is 70% merino and 30% silk. And so I am really excited to start playing with these silk blends. I have a few different ones. And so I know that you guys, I've seen some cool pictures where the silk blends dye really differently from other wools. So I'm excited to check that out. Okay, I did get, I got 2 sock blanks. And see, I'm counting the gloss of 4. Yeah, actually, this looks pretty good. It looks like I got it. Excuse me. It looks like I got everything that was on my list. So always worth double checking. But in all the orders I've made, I've only been short once. And again, they replaced it really quickly. Let's see, I saw something have, you could certainly dye yarn that's half, you mean just pre-soak half the skein? I mean, so when I dye completely dry yarn, it gets wet pretty fast. So I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference that would make versus completely dry. If you were to start with yarn that was half wet, half dry. But hey, play around with it. You could get, if it was something that breaks a lot, you know, it might make a difference with how even the color is on different portions. But when you're adding your yarn straight to the dye, it matters like how, with some of these colors, how quickly you get it in and move things around. Yeah, because sometimes it just goes so fast. And, oh, I don't know about Watkins food coloring. So a lot of the food colorings have some citric acid in them, probably as a preservative, I think. And I haven't done a zero vinegar test in a while. So some pinks will bind, and it depends honestly also on the water that is in your house. If your tap water is slightly acidic or slightly basic, you know, that'll make a huge difference whether or not you need to add any acid for things to start binding. I do plan to do another solid attempt with Wilton's Violet where we start with no vinegar at all, but I do expect to see some reds start to bind immediately. When I tried to do the sex reveal of my first child, I was like, oh, I'll add yarn with no vinegar to 2 different colors and one of them will get dyed and the other won't. Well, it was a boy and then the pink yarn was pink as well and I didn't add any vinegar to it. And I did not have twins. So I had to, and that video is on the channel, but I had to, I was like, oh, this must be acidic enough for some of the color to bind. Whereas with the blue, it wouldn't have been. Have I ever gotten green to break? Not really. It's funny because like obviously like the red 3 and blues, those break beautifully. And I've done a few with different formulations of orange where I've mixed red and yellows, and those, you know, it's kind of subjective whether or not it's broken. I think if yellow is really concentrated, that might look orange as well. That's something I haven't tested because that could be affecting the results. But teal, so Wilton's teal, which does have yellow and blue, that does kind of break from teal to more of a blue. But a lot of the greens that I've done, what did Kelly Green? I don't remember if Kelly Green maybe broke. I need to play around with that again. But certainly have not gotten anything as extreme with a green as I do with the red and blue mixtures. They've been, I think that the changes have still been subtle because the blues take a long time to bind, and there was, you know, with the teal to blue, you know, there's definitely some breaking happening there, but it's subtle. And I think that is something that you can really see because the amount of yellow in teal, like there's way more blue dye in the teal food coloring than there is yellow. And so the yellow can exhaust pretty quickly, which will then allow you to see the breaking and still have a really, really saturated blue. Whereas in some other colors, if there's a lot of yellow, it might just take a while. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at the Kelly Green video for what I saw. Again, I think that I did, so I had a lot and I think I dipped it way too fast. And I wanted to do Kelly Green again with a little less dye. I think I probably used half a teaspoon in that video. Kelly Green was one that I wanted to visit again, but I also really, really want to do more mixtures because was it teal and copper was the mixture that you guys suggested, and that was just amazing. So anyway, I think that's about it for my order, but I didn't get a fun little postcard in this one. That's sad. Oh well, I have I guess it's like a Santa unicorn from the like, oops, we left out a skein of yarn package. But anyway, this, I think, well, this is certainly my last unboxing of the year. I'm not expecting to place another order, but if I do, I wouldn't be unboxing it until January. I think it depends on if there's like another flash sale or if I decide my stroll stock is getting low and then I need to replenish it before, February or whenever it would come back. It's hard when it's the one I use the most and it's always gone. Ooh, that would be fun. To do a lot of pink with just a hint of blue. I think that would be really, really pretty. I'll do another dip dye special sometime in the new year. Those are always a lot of fun because the dyeing itself goes quickly, but then there's a lot of time to like brainstorm ideas and stuff, and I really enjoy that. But yeah, this sock like special is going to be awesome. And if I had planned a little better, I would have brought down some to like tease you guys, but we've got stripes, we're going to do gradients, we've got random patterns in a couple different ways, and yeah, it's going to be fun and a lot of videos. I still have to finish editing the stripe episode tonight, but that doesn't come out until, I forget if that's Friday, so I have some time. But if you, I love seeing the videos of when you guys, or pictures of you guys starting to dye yarn at home with food coloring or anything else. And I will never leave food coloring behind because I know it's the most accessible way for you guys to dye yarn along with me. So but I am going to start my adventures into the jacquard acid dyes in January, and I am so excited to play with some of these colors. In one of the other videos I shared like all the colors I bought, and so I'll film making stock solutions for the first time, and then it'll be a lot of fun. Have I thought about setting up an Etsy shop for my yarns? I have thought about it. Right now my stock is really, really, really low because I just did the Kickstarter campaign and really depleted my stock of hand-dyed yarns. I think I've shipped 70, 80 packages so far. You guys were amazing with your support. And so I still have some more sponsor videos to film, and so I won't be thinking about the next ways for me to maybe destash some of these yarns that I've dyed until I've fulfilled all of my obligations to the Kickstarter backers. But I am really excited. I've filmed through episode 20 of Dye Pot Weekly, and I think it is episode 14 that comes out tomorrow. And I have a lot of other really exciting things, and even after we hit episode 35, I plan to keep going. I think that it will be a lot of fun. But you should really consider picking up some bare yarn to dye along with me, because even once I start exploring acid dyes, the techniques with the commercial acid dyes are the exact same techniques that you use with food coloring. It's just, some of the color mixing and stuff might be a little different because these dyes were designed specifically to dye fiber versus to color food and be safe to ingest, where the binding to protein fibers is a benefit for people like me who like to dye yarn. And my affiliate link is in the description of this video, and so you do not need to use my link if you want to have the discounts. Those are available to everyone. They have nothing to do with me specifically. I I consider myself a bit of a stash enabler. And that I like to share the sales with you guys so that way you can take advantage of them and try dyeing along with me. And maybe sometime we'll do some official, like, ooh, we should do some like dyers challenge one month and like create like a bunch of like different things. Maybe like I'll come up with some ideas and you guys can vote on what kinds of things we should do, and then you guys can dye along with me. Ooh, a wet cake with Easter dye tablets and vinegar. Oh, that's one of my favorite things. You know, I have no idea why the Easter egg dye tablets take so long to absorb to the fiber. In some of these videos, like with Kool-Aid, you know, when you squirt it on straw, it just absorbs. And I add so much vinegar and still some of the color from those Easter egg tablets is so stubborn. I don't really understand exactly what it is because I think it's the same food coloring molecules, but maybe it has to do with something else in the tablets, or that the tablets are old. I don't know why it's being super stubborn, but it's, I don't know, I still love the Easter egg dye tablets. I have, let's see, what else do I have that I haven't played with? I have some Easter egg, they make some like dye, liquid dye, not tablets, but little packets. I have some of those that I haven't played with yet. I have some candy color food coloring. So versus, I think it's more of an oil-based dye meant for like the, you know, coloring like white chocolate candies and stuff. But I have some of that. I have some food markers that are food coloring, and I haven't decided when those are going to come out but if you want tiny specks, you could put each individual one on maybe. And I have some like dust. I haven't picked up dry, more, you can buy powdered food coloring. And I've only picked up some dust that is used for like cupcakes and stuff maybe. But I haven't picked up some of the like fully dry food colorings yet. Hi, yep, here I am. It's hard. It's a lot harder to do evening sessions because the light's bad for spinning and stuff. And also I don't really know if like the kids are going to pop out or something. So I know that a lot of you can't always make the live streams that I do during the day, but I do keep an eye on the comments. So if you're just watching the replay and have a question, please leave it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer as fast as possible. You think it has to do with for the Easter egg tablets, it has to do with the filler that puts it in the tablet? Maybe. Oh, that is so sweet. Someone's son watches and asks if there's a new Dye Pot Weekly episode. Well, this week it'll be exciting because tomorrow morning, episode 14 of Dye Pot Weekly comes out, and then I'll go live tomorrow at about noon Eastern time to do some live dyeing of sock blanks. And then tomorrow evening, another sock blank episode comes out because I kind of wanted to keep things in order a bit. Wait. I'm confused with my order now. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay, yes. So then Wednesday morning, an episode comes out. And then Wednesday afternoon, I will do unraveling of the video that comes out Wednesday morning. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there's new dyeing videos as well. And 2 of the 3 are sock blanks. So the sock blank special will be fun and exciting and a ton of videos. So if you need a little escape during the holidays, there will be a lot of content for you to escape to. And yeah, I think that it should be nice and fun. Yeah, I thought, you know, I haven't done this yet, and well, in part also because I have concern about, you know, not wanting to use copyrighted words, I guess, on something. But I thought about writing, like, I'd love to write like a poem or song lyrics or something on a sock blank and then turn it into socks. And so it's like a hidden message. And so even though you won't see any of it in the socks that you've made, you know that the words are there. And so that would be, I think, kind of fun and magical feeling. Yeah. So that's something that I would love to do at some point. And exactly, those markers are one way I thought about doing it. But I have no idea how long, like I think that they're really meant for writing on cookies. So like when you have the icing that hardens and then you write on them. So I don't know how well they would do on damp yarn. So, you know, it's something that sometimes things work great and sometimes things don't work as well. And then we don't try it again. Like I love the spray food colorings, but they are ultimately pretty expensive for the amount of food coloring that they have in them. So they're really, really fun, but it might be more worth getting some kind of like pressurized sprayer, like a misto or something that you can use for olive oil, and mixing your own food coloring mixture and then using that to spray, just because then you could reuse it and then use the less expensive dyes. But yeah. Anyway, ooh, I hope that you guys will all have a warm and squishy, fiber-filled holiday season. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not gone yet because I'll be live again tomorrow. And I hope that some of you might be able to catch me. Ooh. Yeah, I guess an airbrush for body painting would work really well. I don't think I would go and buy one because I would imagine that those are not super cheap, but that would be... Actually, don't they have like... There's like kids airbrushing kits. At least there were back in like the 90s for stuff. I should look into some of those because some of those like kid kits actually work great to repurpose for adult crafting. But I do enjoy food coloring dyeing because kids can do it and it's safe and fun, and yeah, and I am gonna do research into different food coloring beverages that you can find in Europe. I'm planning to ask my sister-in-law to maybe take some pictures at the supermarket for me in London, because I feel bad that some of you guys can't get Kool-Aid and stuff, or that a lot of the food colorings that you have access to are, you know, actual food colors, like from beets and stuff, and so then you don't have, it doesn't dye yarn the same kind of way. But oh yeah, I also plan to do red cabbage and avocado. Those have been requested a lot, and I plan to do those in a Dye Pot Weekly episode that I will film early next year. I can't believe we're looking at 2018 and then I'm looking at ChemKnits almost being 10 years old. I can't believe it. Like, I just can't believe this journey. And thank you all for joining me and for all of your support and hanging out as I unbox all the squishy blank canvas that will turn into beautiful things next year. And so, again, you know, my KnitPicks affiliate link is in the description. And, oh right, I have the natural dyes. I have all kinds of stuff that I want to experiment and explore. And so that way, you can learn from both my mistakes and my successes. And we can, you know, with each video, we come up with more ideas of things that I should try. So I look forward to all of the beautiful colors we will create next year. And, oh, I kind of feel like I'm signing off with like, you know, end of the year, happy holidays, but I still have 2 more live streams. So I'll be talking to you guys again. I don't need to say goodbye yet. But if I don't see you live, I hope that, you know, your days are filled with warmth and love. And yeah, lots of knitting, crocheting, and dyeing. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow in my live stream at noon Eastern time. Bye!